I will record this. So today is Sunday, uh, the 16th. We're just middle of the month. We've got so much more months to, wrap up some of these big, scary, hairy goals, So you're good. You're sitting good. Um, and it's our third director bound session. So we have one more. So today we're going to talk about recruiting, my favorite, and whoop, whoop, whoop. And then, yeah, everybody. And then next week we will talk about how to onboard your new consultants and how to get them off to a good start and have a system in place so that you can still run your personal business, which is most important. So let's get over to my, share screen. Like I said, I am really, today. Okay, big screen. All right, session 3. So we're just going to go over, I did this last time because there is a lot of stuff that some notes I have, and I know that I can do this slideshow and still see my notes, but, that's what it says. Okay. All right, that's all right. I've got to figure that out. All right, so just to go over again, what the requirements you need, and I'm still waiting for you guys to post your vision boards because that was for week 1. So get them posted tonight. I've seen that Sandra posted hers today. So again, you have to have 5 team members, and as long as you recruit the first one, it can come in any combination to make those 5 team members on your team. You have to have 750 in personal sales. Each team member has to be active at least $150 in sales. So Margaret has 1 active team member. Whoop, whoop. Again for Margaret. And then your whole team has to sell 5,000. So where are you guys? Do you know where you're at in numbers? Have you both met your 750?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. How close are you to your 5,000? How much more do you need?
I've made it already over 5.
Margaret, hot dog, I haven't seen. So that that's exciting. Okay. How close are you, Jamie?
I closed a 900 party on well, it was supposed to close Tuesday, it closed Wednesday, and then I have 4 going right now. Combined, I think they're like 1,100, maybe a little more.
Okay, you're moving. You're making big steps each week. All right, awesome. And then team members. How many you have? Jamie, do you have anybody yet?
Not no.
But you have some really close. I know you're talking to, and your mom and stuff like that.
I have 2 that are thinking about it. One that was like, I thought she was gonna sign up, and then I think she got cold feet. And then one that was out of town, she comes back tomorrow, so I'm gonna follow up with her tomorrow. So
yeah, and they do right before they say yes, they get nervous. So we're gonna talk about that today. So don't worry. And then Margaret, what do you got going on your end? In your little nest.
Yeah. The reason I was late was because I added a new team member today, and we were setting up his party.
So awesome. Yes.
And, you know, it's my brother, and he has always loved cooking and has always just the recipes and let me tell you a little secret. When he was little, he used to make these huge sandwiches. So we knew. I mean, he loves cooking. He loves doing all that, and he's a talker. Yep.
Oh,
So
awesome.
he'll do good.
That's great. So yeah, Margaret was working in that for the last couple of days. She was really thinking and asking and thinking and asking. How many asks? And she was like, I'm getting all no's. I said, you're getting closer to a yes. And her next message, he said yes. So how many people did you talk to over the last couple of days?
I think it was 6. He was the 6th one, because I was going through my messages, and I remember the people that I had asked and that I had put on my survey. And I just went back and I just called every single one of them. I didn't message them at all. I just called them. Called them and got on the phone and said, you know, all that. And
we want to hear, what did you say? Because like a phone is like almost unheard.
oh, I know. Yeah.
How do you talk on the phone?
Well, one of them was my niece. And, you know, she had said no once before. And I went back to her and I said, look, I have this great deal. I need you, you know, talk it over with your husband, thinking about it. I know you needed some extra money. There's not a whole lot of time that you have to put into it. For it to be just a part-time, of course, she was like, no. But that's a lot of what I told people was that, you know, now Karen, she was one of my rock star hostess. Oh my gosh. If she had not just started a new job outside the home, she would have said yes in a heartbeat.
So maybe once she gets that going and has a routine, you might revisit.
Yeah, she has 2 children that are just, she has one that's in kindergarten and then one that's in 2nd grade.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they're not going to school now. They're staying home. And so she's having a hard time trying to do that because she just went back to work.
Right. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I just feel there's so many changes, so many big changes like that with, you know, it's time to go to school, it's time to go back to work and different things. So anyways, well, good for you, Margaret. I like that, you know, that just, what do I want to say? I'm at a loss for words today, much more than I'm usually, but it'll come to me. But not only being persistent, intentional. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
Is very intentional, like something was going to happen. Yeah, and that's sometimes we have to put ourselves in that position, like, okay, something's got to start happening. I need to start making some moves each week. And what can I do? What can I do? Who can I reach out for help? What is that going to look like? So anyways, both of you, good job. And let's see what we got. So today, our mindset moment is belief. And this is huge, because what happens up here is probably 90% of the thing. Because what we do isn't hard. And matter of fact, if you can copy and paste, you can do this, right? It really is copy paste for most of the part. So most of it is your belief. And let's see. So let's do, okay, So first, let me ask you, do you believe in the power of you? Do you believe you can do, be, or have anything you want in life if you work hard enough to get it?
Yes.
Believe that? Me too. Um, if something, it's something to think about, especially when you consider the definition of the word belief. Simply put, belief is what we tell ourselves every day. What we tell our mind, our brain believes. So let's do a quick activity to help us think a little bit more about belief. Answer the following questions on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. And most importantly, be honest with yourself. Do you believe you can build your skills and succeed in reaching your booking and recruiting goals?
Yep. And
10.
10.
Do you believe you can promote to a director in 30 to 90 days?
Yes. 10.
6, 8.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, you want to,
Yeah, I have an 8
it's
or
okay.
a 9.
Okay. Do you believe you can be a strong leader of your team?
10. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're happy with your scores, great. If you're not, you have room to grow in your belief level. Belief is such a powerful concept, and when you truly understand how powerful it can be, it can change your life. So even though you might be a 6 or 8, you can grow. That can totally change. And it is just by believing. I mean, it could be like whoop, a complete turnaround. So one of the things that's used in businesses like this a lot is the belief triangle, or in success coaching or anything like that. And it is your beliefs determine your actions determine your results, and your results reinforce your beliefs. So let's take it. I don't know. I can't. I'm trying to see if, oh, I do have my contacts in. Let me get my other glasses. Like, I can't see a thing. Okay. So here's what it might look like when it pertains to your goal of becoming a director. So let's say you believe people are so busy today that they don't have time to add another commitment to their life, like a Pampered Chef business. So your actions might be, you don't ask your host 5 times. If she says right at the first time, I'm too busy, I do this, that, and the other, and rattles off 10 different things she's involved with. You don't ask your party guests because maybe somebody has already, in there, when you get to know them, they've said, they're busy. And you don't post about the opportunities about your parties. So your results are you're not recruiting on a consistent basis. But let's change that. Your new belief is Pampered Chef is an amazing opportunity for anyone. Lots of people need more income and will find the time that works for them. Your new action, I ask my host 5 times. I ask every party guest. I post about the opportunity in my virtual parties and on my business. In order for you to succeed, you must believe you can succeed. Believe that you can be, do, and achieve anything you want in business as long as you're working hard enough, as long as you're willing to work hard enough to get what you want. So another thing that will help your belief and help what you do are affirmations. And I'm telling you, this is like a magic voodoo. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to call it because it works in what you tell yourself. So if you are struggling with your belief, One way you can change it is with positive affirmations. After you've already learned what a positive affirmation statement is, which we talked about last time, now statement worded as though you're already doing that activity, that it's already happening. So and then you have to say it. You can't just write them down and say, oh, that's cool, yeah, I'm feeling it, and then just every day. I mean, you have got to tell yourself your affirmations morning, noon, and night, and if not more. And you have to read them, you have to say them, you have to hear them. All of those things will come into play, and they just make changes in yourself, and you won't even know what's happening. You're like, is this really me? Because your brain, we really do underestimate how powerful that is in what we do. So today we're going to ask you to grow your list of affirmations to 5. And remember to use the I am statement when you're writing your affirmation. When you do this, you're training your brain to hear that you've already accomplished this, that you've already accomplished what you're trying to accomplish. And so it's like, oh, wait, I got to catch up here. You know, okay, I got to go into overtime and get this girl where she needs to be. So read your affirmations out loud. You know, morning, noon, and night. First in the morning to help you focus. And I need to get, right when I'm done with this call, I am going to write, because I wrote in lipstick on my bathroom mirror my affirmations. And then last summer, and I would keep it done, and then last summer I had my bathroom remodeled, and it came down and is all pretty, you know, and stuff. And like, it's a year now, I'm ready to write on my window again. And, you know, it's kind of broken in now. My bathrooms are really like my makeup and stuff like that. Before it was like too clean. So anyway, I would, every time I went in there, I would see them. And when you see them, you read them to yourself. And then I would try to make a point, okay, I've got to say these out loud. And, you know, it's kind of embarrassing. So you close the door and you turn the water on, and maybe while you're getting your toothpaste, you say them. When you get in the car, when you get in the shower, you know, places are kind of private, so you don't sound like a dork. But it really does help. So write them down, say them. And they could be just like, I am a director. I am booking 5 parties a week. I am offering the business opportunity 5 times to my host. I recruit 1 person each week. I recruit 1 person for every 4 parties I have. You know, and say those things, and watch the magic happen. So we're going to talk about host coaching today, because there's so much that's tied into your parties. When you first get started, it's outside your parties. You're contacting people to host shows. You're contacting people maybe not in your parties to join your team. But when you have a strong party system, then everything should happen in the course of your party. So if you're not working on your party, you know, then you're off enjoying your family. Then you go work on your party because you have a good party system. So some things that golly, I'm late here. Okay, I am a director. I am booking 4 parties a week. I am offering the business opportunity 5 times. I am a strong recruiter. And I like to put a number. Instead of strong recruiter, I tell myself I recruit 4 people every month. I recruit 4 people every month. It's one of my affirmations. All right, so host coaching. So we gave you a document, and I'm going to close this door because my dog is barking. Lou, what is wrong with you? Oh, golly. Okay, so we gave you a document, and this document has proven to just create results with parties. So first of all, follow that top to bottom. And Jamie's nodding your head, and I know Margaret has it. So if there was anybody that is listening to the replay and you're picking and choosing and doing cafeteria style to this, you're not going to get the results. Follow this, and if it looks complicated, get with me. I use Google Calendar, so I created a calendar within Google Calendar that's just for my Facebook parties, and it tells me every single thing that I have to do. So here's Friday on all the things I have to do, and then in my Google Calendar I got to do this, and they might have different dates behind them because they're sometimes the parties cross over. So I'm like, oh, this, I have to do this for this party and this for this party. But with Google Calendar, you can move each task just right down to the following week. And when your calendar is clear, you know you've done everything for that party. So that's first and most important to having a good host coaching system, is having a checklist or a system to make sure that you're doing everything. And you could just be following this and kind of just checking things off as you go through it. But after a while, it's going to have a whole bunch of check marks on it. So do you both have a system in place to know what you have to do every single day? What do you use, Jamie?
I use the Google Calendar you shared with me, and it's amazing. I love
Oh, okay.
pulling everything down, and then when I'm done, there's nothing there for that day. In fact, I love it so much that, you know, I homeschool, so I created one for each of my daughters for their school schedule, and we'll see. We start tomorrow. We'll see how it goes with them, but I loved it so much. I even
Oh, you cut out. Jamie has internet like I do. You cut out for a second.
shared it with a fellow friend that's struggling with her homeschool schedule. So that's how much I love it.
Yes, no, and when I found out that I could, share my calendar, I was like, oh my gosh. So how about you, Margaret?
I use Google Calendar.
And
It's
you use it too?
yeah, I had never heard of it before. So yeah,
Awesome. It's just the best thing ever. Okay, so you guys are on. So those of you at home that are watching the replay, get Google Calendar. I'll be happy to share my host coaching schedule with you. It'll import right into your calendar and will be all written up, ready to go. Because when I did first put this together, it was time consuming and it was kind of confusing for a while. You know, I was like, I don't know why. Now that I think about it, it seems kind of simple, but when I got down to it, it took a little bit. So anyways, good. All right. So some of the other things, I don't know what my next slide is. It might be oh no, it's too far ahead, but you can look at the, some of the other things for host coaching is a host coaching video. And I send this to my hosts the day that they start inviting people, so Tuesday. And it is a video, and try not to make it more than 4 minutes or so. But it's a video, and I'm excited for their party, and the importance of them. I say, it's going to be way more fun if you interact, and you want your friends to have fun, right? So I'm going to send you something every day for you to post in your party, but by all means, this is your party. So if you feel like going live, sharing your favorite tools, or doing a little video of your kids cooking or anything like that, feel free. It's only going to make your party better. It's going to make people want to stay. And the people that stay will probably make an order. So if they're not here, they can't participate in that way. And then I also go through, I send them a packet and I say, here's a catalog for you. I want you to go through it, mark it up, pick out those things that you've always wanted but maybe couldn't afford, because I want to help you get them free. This month you get 60% off this. And on the back, this is my, So I put 2 sheets in it. It's their special. Oh, it's their special. And so I talk about that. And, you know, when they get to 650, they'll get the air fryer. I also talk about this bingo card I put in. And in this bingo card, it has all kinds of ideas for them to do that I'm not going to talk about. It just takes too much time. That they can cross off when they do it in their party or, you know, outside their party. That's going to impact their party. So I talk about, you know, you want to do these bingo things. It's only not only are you going to get some more prizes from me, but it's going to make your party more fun. And I just keep talking about the fun of their party, because who wants to have a dead party? Nobody. And then last I say, and watch what I do, because it's really simple. And these are our kits. I put a flyer, and there might be some things on your wish list. So on the back, you can see everything that comes in your kit. So at the beginning of the video, I tell them, okay, I have a code word for you that I'm going to tell you at the end of the video. So when you tell me the code word, you know, you can mark a spot off. And my code word at the end is fun. So then you know that they've watched your video if they start messaging you fun, 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 and you should get those messages back. So, but I think the video part brings you a little bit closer to them. They hear your voice, they see your personality, they see how excited you are about their party, and it just connects you. And you want to be connected with your host. So do a quick little video, pre-recorded video, and I just do it once a month because I have the specials in there. Because you know, you can't just get if you text or message everything, they stop reading or scan it, you know, and pick out like key things, because it's just too much. It's just too much. So that's the first thing. And back in the day, before all this, I would call. It was, you know, phone has gone completely like no way, but I would call. Do you have 5 minutes? And I would go over everything. So I basically do that in a video with them before their party starts. A couple of other things you can do is an audio, I call it a pump me up audio. And you know, on the message on your phone, there's the microphone, and you hold it down, and you can do a 1-minute recording. And hey guys, I'm so excited. You know, your parties have all gotten over party credit, $300 or more. So that means, you know, whatever you want to tell them, you're doing a great job. I love your interactions. If you have any questions, you know, feel free to message or call me, whatever you want to do. But that also, the audio will break up just those text messages that you hear. Let's see. And then you're all putting your group hosts in one group, right, to coach them. Yeah, that's just a time saver. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. Okay. Host booking challenge. We talked about that last week, right? I kind of got this out of order on my notes here, so I want to make sure. Okay. All right, and we talked about asking our host 5 times last week too, right? This week. Oh, hey, you guys are good. Okay, so let's see here what's on here. Okay, recruiting. That's right. That's what I was going to talk about too. Okay. Okay, can you still see my recruiting slide there? Okay, so yes, recruiting is not something you do to someone, it's something you do for someone. So let's take a look at that. So what kind of success are you having with sharing our opportunity? How are you creating the desire for being a Pampered Chef consultant? How are you talking about it with your host? The possibility of becoming a consultant. So how can you create desire for a business opportunity? We can do that through things like telling your story, posting what perks they would like to have as a consultant, having an opportunity to ask you anything about being a consultant, or inviting them to learn more on our Friday opportunity events. These things can help us see who's interested at your parties. In your parties, there are two types of people that you want to reach out to besides the host. First, the party rock stars, of course. These are the people that comment and like, even if they just like a couple of times, you can go ahead and call them a party rock star. Sometimes those parties are, we're like, that's the rock star of the party. She liked twice, and so she's it. So you have to just, you want to, like, there is a party rock star in every party. So you got to just find her and go ahead and reach out. Hey, you were such a party rock star in Margaret's party. You stood out to me and I saw you were super engaged and excited. Have you ever thought about something like Pampered Chef before? I feel you'd be great at it. So that one part, you stood out to me. How do people feel when they're noticed? When there's someone that's noticed, it makes you feel good. So often we think, we just blend in and I'm just a number and, I'm nobody special. But those words, you stood out to me and I saw you were super engaged and excited. And then the just telling them, I feel you'd be great at it. Just that kind of like, wow, what did she see in me that she feels I would be good at this? That is another compliment in itself. So have those words in your bag of tricks. You stood out to me. I feel you'd be great at it. Those two I love. This week, we're going to be sending screenshots. So I want you to think about this when you reach out to people and send those screenshots. Don't reply to them. Just send the screenshot with what they say, and we will help you what to say next. And this is how you learn the process of sharing the business opportunity. Maybe you're right on and you've got it, and I say I wouldn't change a thing. Or maybe there are some words I can tweak in your response to help. But the main thing is it's not our job to recruit and convince people. It is our job to have a conversation and see how this could be a good fit and let them come to that decision. Because the other way, sometimes it doesn't quite all work out. Sometimes it does, but that's the more natural, the more that you'll be able to do it for a long time. It's just your style of what you do. Second, the people that ask questions in your Q&A, and if for some reason you don't have a Q&A in your party, it's critical that you get one. And I know that the FTC, I never knew about the FTC until just maybe a month ago. But they are cracking down hard with the coronavirus, COVID going on, because there's so many scams out there. And so we really have to watch what we say. Not that Pampered Chef is a scam, you don't have to keep dumping money into it. But in our Q&A, we don't want to lead them. We're not going to show them our paycheck. We used to do that, and it was fun, but we're not doing that anymore. But we can do some stuff to answer questions. And so we're just going to fish out there. We're going to cast out our lines and see who takes nibbles. And you're going to see who is really interested in what needs you might be able to fill. You never know if they're just trying to get tickets or if they're truly interested. So you'll message them with the message feature on their comment, or send them a friend request and send them a message. Hi, Jamie, you had some great questions about our business at Susie's party. Were you just trying to get party tickets, or do you maybe have an interest in the possibility of becoming a consultant? And using words like maybe, interest, possibly, they're very light and they're easygoing. So put those in your bag of tricks too. And then you're going to send a screenshot. You're not going to respond. Go ahead and send me to me, and then I will help you guide them to a response, or maybe you've already typed up a response, and I'll say good, because you guys are pretty good with words. So think of recruiting like a dance. It's not a one-way conversation, and again, you're not trying to convince them to sign up. You're trying to inform them and help guide them into a conversation that they can make a decision. And not everybody's going to sign up. Usually I find a third will sign up when they're having conversation. And here's the thing, and what I want you to remember. If someone says a message and says, if you send a message and say, oh my gosh, Carrie, you really stood out to me in this party. Have you ever thought about doing something like Pampered Chef? I feel you'd be great at it. And if they say, no, thanks, I'm not interested, that's like a hard no. But if they say any other thing than an extremely hard no, I'll say, oh my gosh, if something changes, I hope you reach out to me, because I think you'd be really great at this and I'd love to have you on my team. So those are for the really hard no's. If anything else comes out of their mouth or out of their keyboard, this is where you'll start to have a conversation. What they are saying is, I'm thinking about it, but tell me why I should. And here are some ideas when you're offering solutions to their concerns. You want to validate their concern. You don't want to blow it off, because it doesn't matter how trivial it is. It's important to them, and they're saying it's important to them. So we use the solutions, the feel, felt, found, ask another question. So how it goes is, I know how you feel. I've felt the same way. What I have found, and then you ask another question. And I need to bring up a picture of this, so just give me 1 second. Okay, so, I looked a little, so here, I'll let you guys look at that while I finish up my, Phil found, ask another questions. So some conversation starters could be, have you ever considered doing something like Pampered Chef before? What intrigues you about the idea of doing Pampered Chef? This might be the furthest thing from your mind, but, or I thought of you because, have you been in the market for earning extra income, for a way to earn extra income is a big one too. I think that one is one of my favorites, because it doesn't attach Pampered Chef, because nobody probably is at school and they say, what do you want to be in your life? And they're like, Pampered Chef consultant, right? That's just kind of you just kind of stumble upon it, and all of a sudden you're a Pampered Chef consultant. But it's not something that too many people dream of unless they've grown up in this world. But if you've said, are you in the market? Have you been in the market, or have you been looking for ways to earn extra income? Now you're talking to a bigger audience, and they're like, Yeah, I have, I've always wanted to pay this down or pay that down. It's just, I have kids, I can't go get another job, or we only have one car, or whatever the case may be. So I think that opens up, that's one of my favorites, and it opens up the most doors for me. Um, Follow-up questions. So if someone's like, not saying yes, you ask another question. These are those ask another questions. Uh, what current concerns do you have about doing Pampered Chef? Do you have any other questions, or are you ready to order your kit today? And sometimes you have to have that closing, you have questions, or you're ready to do that now? What if you ordered your kit today and I helped you line up some parties? We could have your first commission check on and figure out that date. What do you think? Have you seen the new consultant kits? And then if we have a bonus, especially this month, like sometimes, we haven't had one in quite a while. That's because we've been recruiting so many that they can't keep up with us. So I imagine those recruiting bonuses will come back maybe the first of the year. What do you think your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend would say about you doing Pampered Chef? So Margaret brought this up in hers, because you want to, cross those things, because maybe it's spinning in her head. He is not, I've already tried 10 other things, and you know what I mean? He's not going to go for this. So you want to have a conversation and give her some ideas, or make sure that to know, well, that company did this. Well, this company, that Pampered Chef, we don't do anything like that. If you had an extra $200 to $300 a month, what would you do with it? Anything fun? And that's another great question, because it starts them dreaming, like, oh, dang, yeah, that's a little bit of money, but it could make a big impact on my family. If I could help you brainstorm some ideas on how we could come up with the money for your kit, would that be helpful? If that's a problem. What do you feel might be holding you back from giving, for giving it a shot and seeing what happens? I love this. And I might have said it on my video when I did my host. I say, you just got to try it. It's like 3 dates, not a marriage. You see if you like it. If it works out, you keep going. If it doesn't, you just stop and you get all those products to have in your kitchen. So just try it and see what happens. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I'm going to order my kit right now, where are you? And they're going to give you a number. And so whether it's a 2, 7, whatever number it is, it doesn't matter unless it's a 10. Then you need to say, what's holding you back from being a 10? Because all it is really this conversation that you're trying to have or keep going is, what are the objections? How do we overcome them? And how will this, how this can be a fit for you? Keep in mind, when somebody is giving you an objection, they aren't saying no, they are saying, tell me why I should, or I'm interested, but I have a fear I need to overcome. And the big thing is to know that we live in a side gig economy. There are a lot of people that are looking for just extra income. It's not our job and it is our job to help them see how Pampered Chef could be a good fit. Most people are not coming to Pampered Chef for this to be their career. A lot of people come for just that little cash along the side, and just know that we aren't looking for those superstars. We find them along the way, and that's pretty awesome. And I like this, that I like, and they usually say, I like this and I want to do more. We are looking for people that want to do this part-time. I truly believe if it's not for them, it's for them to try, because they will never know unless they do. So the most common concerns are, yes. What do you think the 2 most common concerns are? For
Not getting enough bookings. That's Nitzia that was gonna, that's what she's concerned about. She has a booking from the party she did and one interested, and I told her she could have that booking, but then she reached out to other friends and they've all, either they're under my upline or they've just had a party, and so she's concerned about it. So
Yeah.
that's now that's the big one, because it is in, we are in such a small town and it is so, it's like a wildfire here right now, you know.
Ours too. Ours
Yeah.
too. And but you can say, Nitzia, what we do, the system that we give you, is we are going to add those people. It's Facebook.
Right.
So you know people in Florida and Washington and all those, and maybe you don't even invite anyone in our town.
Yeah, that's what
And
I told her.
it's just gonna take one person to get you out of here.
Yeah, I told her I'm now having bookings that are friends of friends or friends of family all over the place. Northern California, I have one in another state on the, like in Virginia, and I said it just takes that one person that knows someone somewhere else.
Yep.
And she told me that the girl that did book the party, she goes, she knows so many people. I said, well, you already said she knows so many people, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. And I love this too. If that's the only thing holding you back, you got to go for it. You got to go for it, because it's right there. You have a booking, and really you don't have to do parties here. And you know, anyway, yeah. No, she's ready to sign. She's totally, if that's her thing, that's why I said, if that's the only thing holding you back, girl, you got to try this. What's the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah, exactly.
So, well, usually, because people don't really kind of go that far when you first talk to them, usually it's time and money.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they don't think they're going to have the time, or they don't have the money for the kit. So if it's time, I totally get that. The beautiful thing about Pampered Chef is you can do this right alongside everything else you have going in your life. You can do as much or as little as you like, and it's very flexible. And then you follow up with another question. If you had an extra $200 to $500 a month, what would you do with it? And that follow-up question is like, get off that subject. Let's think about something else. You know what I mean? It's like a snap out of it, girl. Let's think about the other things, and then it leads them down a different path. So that's why the ask another question is so powerful. If it's money, oh man, I know how that goes. I know it can be hard to get the funds to order your kit, but you can literally have your first commission check in a couple of weeks. Would you like to see how the timing of that would work? And then you walk her through. Okay, so if you order your kit here, we did parties here, you would have your paycheck there. And maybe it is even before that billing cycle comes in on her credit card that she's able to just go ahead and pay that off. Do you know anyone that might invest in you or help you get started, like a birthday gift or an early Christmas gift? Or how about some spring cleaning and selling a few things on Facebook to get the funds together? How about temporary childcare for date night, or shopping, kid-free, or maybe if someone needs time to study, and you could offer some, I don't know how good that's going right now, but in the, back when. Or maybe, it's family, it's close family that she already hangs around anyway. The thing is, if you can talk to them about why they want to give this a try and get them dreaming, they're going to find a way around that obstacle. The key is to guide this conversation and keep asking more questions. When the why is clear, the how becomes easy. So when why I need to do Pampered Chef, how I'm going to get there becomes very easy. And I've heard so many stories, and one that pops into my mind is my friend Melody Govig. And she said that she used their grocery money, and then they were so broke that her church family was having to help them pay their groceries and pay their for a couple of months. And so she started doing Pampered Chef, and then she stopped doing it. And then she was like, I've got to, that's the only thing, because she homeschools her kids. And so she started, and now she is just promoted to the top of the company, a national executive director. And she started drinking. She said that's the whole thing, you know, when the why is clear, like when it was clear I needed to do this, I found the money. And you know, I did not have any money. That's when people were still helping me, did not, but it was clear, and then the how became easy. So anyway, so people spend money on things they can't afford all the time. And very seldom will that decision to spend the money on something they can't afford have a return like a Pampered Chef business can. It's not that they don't have the money, it's just that we haven't given them a good enough reason to part with it. So recruiting is a process. Stick with it. Don't get discouraged if they're not signing yet. And I have had people on my list for 15 to 20 years that finally have joined Pampered. So we know that there are recruit leads out every single show, but is there a recruiter? Does the recruiter show up? Do we show up to the party in that area? Keep sharing from your heart, have fun, and send your screenshots. So, I do have one other thing I think is kind of fun. And so this is something that early on in my Pampered Chef career was presented to me in this idea. So when you go to a restaurant and the waitress comes by and she's like, oh, how's everything? Oh, so good. I loved it. It was great. All right, well, are you ready for dessert? Oh my gosh, I'm so stuffed. No, I'm going to pass on dessert, you know. And so that happens quite often, right? Do you think that she goes back to the kitchen and cries and said, they said no again. They don't want dessert. I can't ask anybody else if they want dessert. No. She goes to the next table and she brings the dessert menu and she asks every single night. And I'm sure she gets more no's than yeses, but it's her job to see if someone wants dessert. So that's how you can think about Pampered Chef in recruiting. Not everybody's going to say yes, there's just not, but there are those people that do want dessert and are so excited, like I can't wait for dessert. There are those times I just love the dessert here. I'm just going to have it with some coffee and just enjoy. There's those people waiting for you. So whether you believe you can do a thing or not, you are right. And that was our beliefs, tying it back to our belief when we started. So that's all I have for you guys. I feel, you know what? I feel better. I was really feeling crummy today. See, Pampered Chef does magic in all areas, even for my well-being. Oh my gosh. Anyways, yes. So what are your ahas?
Let's see. I don't have a bingo card. Well, I do have the one that you had, that you gave me.
Oh, I can send, I'll post that, Margaret.
Okay.
I'll post the bingo card. I'll post some of those questions, follow-up questions. And I'll post the feel, felt, found, ask another question. So you'll get in that cycle. How about you, Jamie? Any ahas?
I love the feel, felt, found, ask. I love that. I was actually going to ask you for that. Just maybe I'll post it as a screensaver or something,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
background.
Mm-hmm.
So I can have it in there. I like the waitress asking for dessert analogy. I love that. And then there was another one, and now I can't. Huh. It went away, but there was another one. But
Another okay, okay.
I like the video, doing the video, doing any kind of live during the party, either with the guests or with the hosts. I like that, breaking it up. You know, you said something about having how the host is all they're doing is reading, and they skip things, and they don't read everything.
Right. Yeah.
That's great. I need to do that because I'm getting a lot of things not happening.
Yeah,
So.
I've got one. And you know what? If I see they're not posting in their party and they're not, I'll then text them and say, hey, is everything okay? You know, because maybe they got sick or something. I don't know. You okay? And, you know, maybe like one I'm hoping she'll say, you know what, can we try it again in a couple of weeks? Because her party's has been gonzo. So anyway, but yeah, I think that when they hear your voice and the excitement in your voice and just, you know, stuff, it just like kind of a little, oh, that's good to hear from Margaret. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll post my video.
yeah.
And so my host coaching video at the beginning, I'll post that. And I'm trying to get one together to post in my party before that Wednesday before the party starts. That just, hi, this is what's going on. We start tomorrow and the freebie Friday, and just kind of give them, I know this is becoming normal now. I didn't know, but this is, you're probably used to a home party or something like that. But anyway, just maybe something like that for my parties. And then I'm not really good at going live. I think eventually I will get there. There's some people that just, you know, whatever they're making for dinner, it doesn't matter how their hair looks. That's the biggest thing. Do I have makeup on and is my hair done? For me to do this video. But Sandra gave me a great idea. No, Sylvia. Was it Sandra or Sylvia? Sylvia gave me a great idea. She says on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, she manually posts a picture of a product and then a picture of her demoing the product. So so when she posts it, it's not a YouTube link that they have to click and go somewhere else. It automatically starts playing. It's her. And so I thought that's a great idea to break up the stuff. If you don't want to do a video, just a quick on one little product. So I did one of my quick slice because I was using it, and I thought I'm going to take her idea and run with it. So I put my camera there between a knife and I don't know, a knife and a can, propped it up, and just got my video of my quick slice in action.
Oh, cool.
Maybe try that. Anyways, so all right, girls, well, I will let you get back to your beautiful families, and I will talk to you on Tuesday. And I can't wait. I mean, the gal that's not signing up because of the bookings, if that's the only thing holding you back, you've got to try it. And I mean, I'm like 99.9% that you're going to be fine, because we have systems in place to teach you how to get bookings. Yeah. So if I didn't follow that, I would not have more bookings on my calendar. So yeah, if you're willing to give it a try, I don't see this as being a problem at all.
Yeah.
All right. Cross your fingers, Margaret, for Jamie's recruit. All right. You can't wait. As soon as you sign her up, post on the August Rockstar groups, and both of you post your vision boards. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. See you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.